Let's look at the West Indies bowlers, Roland, because they've got to take 20 wickets to beat England, probably. And I think the best wicket taker who was ill in the last match, Gudakesh Motie, I think one of the best spin bowlers in world cricket at the moment. Another pick of yours, Roland. You picked him up, went to Zimbabwe, got 8 wickets in his first test, plays all formats. That ball he got Ben Stokes with in the first test, it completely bamboozled him. And then he followed up by bowling Joe Root as well. That must have given you some satisfaction as the guy that picked him.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Gudakesh Motie is a very good left-arm spinner. And, if he stays fit and his form remains, should be the mainstay of the West Indies spin bowling for many years to come. Yeah, I was very pleased and proud the way he bowled at Lords. Obviously didn't have the runs to bowl to, but the way he got out Joe Root and Ben Stokes, showed that the quality and the ability that he has.
He made a big difference. Yeah, he made a big difference when he came on.
Yeah, most definitely. And there was a lot of people on social media clamoring as to why he wasn't bowling earlier, but that's besides the point. Yeah, he showed that he has got the ability. No, Edgbaston, as good a bowler that he is, West Indies really need to have runs on the board so that he can, he can do his job. So for me, that's going to be the key, really, getting enough runs on the board, to ensure that your bowling attack, who, as you can see from this last test match, are capable of getting 20 wickets. You did it in the second game here. So the runs is the key.
Runs is the key. I know you're on Alec Athens as the potential top scorer. I'm going to go for Josh Da Silva. A, because the top order are not consistent, and B, because it's quite attractively priced. You got 80 odd bot out. Josh Da Silva, the wicketkeeper, coming in number 7. He's looked good, hasn't he, in this series?
Yeah, I think Josh played very well at Trent Bridge. He came in on a lot of pressure, formed a good partnership, and at the end, obviously, was unfortunate to run out of partners before he could get his 100. But the way he played, he deserved 100 in that game. He should take that confidence, hopefully, into the final test match of the series. There's cricket to play after that, so it's important for him to have another good showing at Edgbaston. You probably got a good pick there, David, and I know you don't pick horses that lose.
Well, I do pick horses that lose, but my cricket tips are much better. I picked up Kevin Hodge as the top scorer in the last test, which I was very happy about. And just to remind us, he went out. Kevin Hodge was, you know him very well. He was with Joe Root at the Darren Lehman Academy in Australia 13 years ago. Their careers have gone very different ways. Joe Root's been a mainstay of the England team, and poor Kevin Hodge didn't really get an opportunity until you brought him to the University of West Indies. He did a sports science degree, and you were able, as director of cricket there, to really improve him. And again, it must be satisfying to see how he got that century in the last match.
Yeah, I was very pleased for him because
what's he like? He seems very effervescent and enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, he's a really nice kid, Hodge. He loves the sport. He knows that to succeed, he has to work hard. He's the sort of guy that's prepared to do that. So I was really pleased for him, and it was a top 100. Mark Wood is bowling at the speed of light. Really, I mean, it was thrilling to see the way Mark Wood was bowling, and the crowd getting behind him. Wood as he was running in. But I think the crowd really warmed to Hodge because he didn't back off. He just batted, and it was a brilliant 100. And the good thing for me also about that 100 was that he scored 100 and Joe Root scored 100. The two teammates from 13 years ago both got hundreds. And I took a photograph with Joe and Kevin the morning of the 5th there, and I also told Kevin, you should thank Joe for that 100. Because you may remember that Root dropped him at slip as well when he was about 10.
Oh, yeah.
So
I saw Hodge going up.
So the friendship went along with it.
I saw Hodge going up to Root as he walked off to congratulate him as well. Roland, I've got to ask you, you rang the bell at second test, Trent Bridge on the Saturday. Was that because of your West Indies selector because of your broadcasting, or was it because you were the first black player to play for England? Is that the reason? Do you think that they wanted to honour you?
Well, I really don't know, but I would imagine that because it was an England-West Indies series, and you say yes, because I span both nations, having played for England, but born in the West Indies and being a West Indies selector, you can say that I pretty much am equally balanced. I have a foot in both camps. So I think maybe on that basis, they thought it would be nice to have somebody like myself ring the bell on that fourth morning, as it turned out to be the last bell of the match. But yeah, it was a great honor and privilege to be given that opportunity.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see you there, Roland. Thank you very much for joining us today. Of course, we can listen to you through the summer on the BBC. You're covering the county championship, I know, and hopefully I can make it to Slough, and we can have a rum. And what's your preferred mixer?
David, as you know, I don't drink alcohol, so anything soft.
It was going so well up to that point. Roland, thanks very much for joining today. Much appreciated.
Great pleasure.